This is our last week of art projects. I can't believe that it's already here, and we already did so many projects since we've been at home. This last one that we're starting is called a Plein Air Landscape. What does plein air mean? Well, it's actually a French word that means in the open air. So it's a drawing that you do outside. Today I want you to get outside and draw a landscape. What is a landscape? Well, a landscape is a picture of something that is outside in nature. It could be trees, it could be water, grass, anything that you see when you go outside. Plein air paintings were most popular in the 1800s with the Impressionist painters like Claude Monet and Vincent van Gogh. Those might be some popular names that you've heard of before. They loved to capture light. That's what Impressionism was all about. So the Impressionist painters like Claude Monet, Vincent van Gogh, Degas, Edward Manet, all of these artists would go outside and they would paint the scenery at different times of day to see how it looked different. So they would paint the same exact tree in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, to see how they looked different. So today we are going to be doing landscape drawings. Now, if you want to do a landscape painting, that's really exciting. You could take your watercolor paints outside if you have any of those at home, but really you can use whatever you have at home. Now, we are going to learn some important words today. First of all, horizon line, then foreground, middle ground, and background. Third graders, this might sound a little familiar because when you were in first grade, we did winter landscapes and we learned about all those words. So what do they mean? Let's take a look at this landscape painting that I have a copy of. Okay, I did not do this, it was by another artist. So first of all, horizon line. Horizon line would be this line right here. The horizon line separates the sky from the land. Now you might be thinking, well, there's mountains right there. Yes, there are mountains right there. But the horizon line is the line of the ground, okay? So that's where the earth meets the sky. So that would be this straight line that goes pretty much across the whole picture. Then there's foreground, middle ground, and background. And those represent depth. Depth is the space in your picture. So the way I remember it is foreground, front. Whatever's in your foreground is in the front of your picture. So that would be this grass, the path, and some of these bushes. Those are in the front of the picture. Your middle ground is between the front and the back of your picture. So the middle ground in this picture would probably be the house, the water, even the mountains. And then our background, your background is the part of the picture that's farthest away from you. That would be the sky. And some people would say the mountains are in the background. Either way it works because it's farther from the back. So today I want you to use those new words in a drawing that you do. So grab your materials. You can grab a piece of paper, a pencil, whatever you want, and I want you to head outside and draw what you see. Now, if you can't get outside and draw, you can do it from your window. Like I'm sitting in front of a window right here, so I can do it looking out my window. Or you can Google a picture and draw whatever that picture is. Today I was inspired by landscape, so I wore my Bob Ross shirt. He draws happy little trees, so I thought that could be inspiring for us. So let's get our materials and let's head outside.
All right, I'm ready to start drawing my landscape. Now, I am doing mine looking out the window. If you do yours outside, it's going to be the same process. So I'm going to start with my horizon line. I'm going to start with a line that goes across my paper. That is the line that separates the sky from the ground. Now I'm going to draw what I see. So I see trees and bushes and flowers. So that's what I'm going to put in my picture. Follow along as I start to draw the trees and the bushes that I see out my window. All right, so I have started drawing all of the things I see. The only thing I have left are to draw some flowers. First of all, let's review foreground, middle ground, and background. Foreground is what's in the front of your picture, or that's the part that's closer to you. So these rocks are what's closest to me right now. Your middle ground is between the foreground and the background. So the middle ground would probably be these bushes and trees. This tree is even closer to the foreground because you see it's closer to the bottom of the paper, which means it's closer to us. And then the background would be the clouds and the sky. Now you'll notice that my horizon line is overlapping some of my trees and bushes and shrubs. So I need to erase those where they overlap. I'm going to put in my flowers real quick, and then I'll erase where my horizon line overlaps the parts of my picture. For now, I'm doing really light, sketchy lines. I'm not pressing really hard with my pencil because I want the colors to be able to cover those up. So you see I've only erased the horizon line where it overlaps the parts of my picture. Where it doesn't overlap it, where it's in the background, I left it there because we want to know that that's where the horizon is. That's where the ground is. So now I'm going to color mine. You can color yours any way you want, with watercolor paints, with colored pencils, with crayons, with regular acrylic paint, whatever you have at home, you can color your picture. Our plein air landscape picture. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed the sunshine and got to enjoy the outdoors. If it's raining today and you couldn't get outside, you could always wait until tomorrow, or you could just draw the picture from inside of your house. A few things I want to go over real quick is textures. So try to get the texture of things in your picture. So I tried to get tree bark, and the texture of the grass, the texture of the mulch, and the trees and shrubs. So the way you move your lines will represent the texture. You could see when I was doing my grass, I used a lot of zigzag lines. It's a little bit abstract, but it really does give the appearance of the texture of grass. So I hope you had fun. Can't wait to see your pictures. Remember to email them to me at aseacrest@ofcs.net. Now this was our last art project of the year, but if you want more videos, there's a ton of resources on YouTube. Cassie Stevens is an art teacher in Nashville. We watch some of her videos in art. She has so many fun projects that you guys would love. And who knows, maybe I'll post a few more coming soon. I miss you guys, I love you guys, and I can't wait to see your pictures.
Happy drawing!